All right, so it's day number 4, making a video for YouTube a day for 1 year. Just sharing messages that I think are important for the world. These are the messages and things that my clients and I talk about, and it's definitely the messages that I think are most important for me and what I've found just living my life. These are some of the most important reminders. So if you're on my channel and you're watching a video and it was done sometime in August, then you are in month 1 of 12 months of daily posting videos. So today is August 4th, and yeah, I've been posting these videos. Today I'm just talking about something that was on my mind just a little bit ago as I was working out. And I was thinking, it's so easy for people to compare themselves to other people when it comes to body shape, fitness, and that kind of thing. If you're someone who compares yourself to others that you see on social media, then you and I both know that can be a really dangerous, slippery slope, because first of all, when it comes to social media, nobody's posting their everyday real life. They're posting the highlight reel of their life. And so you're comparing your true self to someone else's highlight reel. And we've all heard that before, and we know that that's just not the best for mental health and for self-esteem. But honestly, I think more dangerous, or something to look out for even more than that, is comparing yourself to yourself. So as I was working out, I'm thinking about how some of the movements I did today would have been so easy just 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, because there was a long period of time in my life when I was really fit and a competitive CrossFit athlete. And now when I come into the gym, I'm starting to kind of get back into some of the style of working out I used to do, but this time I'm doing it for fun, not for competition. But still, the thought creeps in my mind always about how I used to be so much more whatever, stronger, fitter, leaner, more muscular. And thankfully, these days when I make that self-comparison, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't hurt me. It's just an objective observation that I used to be a lot fitter, and this is really hard, and it used to be something easy. But I remember a period of time in my life when I would compare myself and tear myself up if I was not measuring up to how I thought I should be, based off of my old self or who I was last week or what I did yesterday. If I didn't meet that expectation in that self-comparison, I would really beat myself up. And I do think that people judge themselves so harshly because they have this sense of should. I should be able to do this. I should have started this a year ago. I should have done my workout yesterday, and now that I'm just doing it today, I feel like a piece of shit. Whatever it is. I'm just saying that I think people really compare themselves to themselves, maybe equally, if not more, than to the way they compare themselves to other people. So I wanted to just talk about that for a little bit and just see what comes. I mean, the thing with these videos is I've noticed it's hard for me to talk as fluidly as I would in a conversation, because I'm just talking to myself. But I know that you're watching, and so I'm thinking about you, imagining you as I make this video. And I imagine that we could be in a conversation, and what would we be talking about? What are the things that my clients and I always talk about? What are the topics that always come up? And this is definitely one of them, and it kind of goes in line with being kind to yourself, right? So I think, well, let's just take a step back. Let me think about this. So you're comparing yourself to either someone else or yourself. And I think what's missing when someone does that is they're missing the enjoyment in the process. They're missing the positive of what's happening right now. So as I was doing these types of pull-ups that in the past I would have been able to do a variation of pull-up that was much harder, but I couldn't do it today. I tried a couple times, and I was like, dang it, I really can't do them anymore. So I'm going to do this other variation of pull-up, right? So I'm thinking as I'm doing them, how crazy it is that these are hard for me now. And before, it wouldn't have even been, it would have been like a joke almost. Like, of course I could do those. I could do those all day, right? But as I was just observing it, I'm like, yeah, these are hard now. I was thinking, but you know what? I'm having so much fun just doing them. And it's okay that I'm not the way I used to be, right? And so when I zoom out of that situation or that experience I was having, and I think about what was the formula for taking someone out of comparison, self-judgment, low self-esteem, if we're going to take someone out of those things and allow them to not feel those things, to not feel the pressure, to not feel the shame or the judgment, what's the recipe? What do they need to do? And the answer is, you need to see what's enjoyable in the moment for you. What are you having a good time with? What's something you're grateful for right now, despite the fact that you're not measuring up to that sense of should. That sense of should, I'm putting quotation marks around it, little air quotes, right? Because that sense of should is just a make-believe metric. Nobody said you should. And even if someone did, who's to say you have to agree? So the sense of should is a false metric, number one. So get rid of the sense of should. But my point in saying all that before was, enjoy what's happening right now. And so if I go back to that example of me doing those pull-ups, I was really happy that I'm just in the gym doing something, that I'm feeling alive, that I'm excited to work out again, because there was a long period of time where I was kind of in limbo and I didn't know what kind of workouts I wanted to do since I wasn't competing, but I wasn't really getting all of the things I wanted with yoga. I still love yoga and I still combine it with actual workout, like physical, hard physical, like weight training and stuff. But there was this time when I was in limbo, is what I'm saying. And to just be in the gym today and feeling like I'm getting stronger, even though I'm not where I was, it's okay. I feel great and I'm alive and I'm grateful for my body. I mean, there's some people who had the ability to walk on their legs almost all their life, and then something happens and they're in a wheelchair. And that's not us, right? And if it is, if you are in a wheelchair, that's okay. Like, what else is good? What is good? You still have your arms to wheel you around. You still have your abs. You still have whatever it is you want to say, if we're going down the body route, right? What about your body are you grateful for? And that experience of feeling your body, I think for humans, it's so important to embrace that feeling, because it means we're alive. It means that we're actually alive. We have breath. We have life to live right here, right now. And then when we're working out, we're expressing that. We're expressing that awesomeness of being alive and just having a body. Anytime we do something physical in our body, with working out or yoga or running or jogging or walking, if we're doing Pilates, whatever your thing is, if you're doing Zumba, that's you expressing your ability as a human to be in this body and just feel life. And it's like, it's kind of interesting when you think about it. You know, people say that, I don't know where I've heard this, but that having sex and orgasm is like the divine or God or spirit or source, whatever you want to call it. It's the physical expression of divine love. When you are able to have that experience with a partner or by yourself, and you experience the orgasm or that sexual energy, that is God energy in physical form. It's where those two places meet. And I always thought that was really interesting and neat. And when you think about a body practice, sweating, working out, just feeling the strength of your body, to me that's like where you get to express your divine energy in a physical way. So it's not through orgasm or sex in this way. It's you're expressing your ability to be alive, to have your soul in a human form, and the most pure expression of that is some kind of physical practice or body practice. When you think of it that way, then anything you do is a celebration. Anything you do, if you're holding a plank, if you just started working out last week and you did your first jump rope or you did some calf raises, it doesn't have to be something epic or impressive. It's just that you're able to express your spiritual self having this physical form and doing something amazing with your body and just saying, yes, body, I have you and I get to see you. So I hope that helps the perspective of comparison, comparing yourself to others, comparing yourself to yourself. That just robs you of having a good time. If you compare, you're robbing yourself of what's happening in the present moment. And just one last thing about the present moment is, I've said this a lot before, so if you've been following me a while, you've heard this, but your body is the only place that you can be in the present moment. If you're truly in the present moment, you will be focused on your body, whether it be focused on your breath or in a workout or paying attention to how you feel inside of your body or your hands. In yoga, they say to wiggle your hands and feet to come back. And that's because your body puts you in the present moment. Your body cannot exist in the past and it cannot exist in the future. Your body's only available right here, right now. So anytime you find yourself stuck in reminiscing about the past or longing for the past or fearful of the future, imagining worst case scenarios that haven't happened yet in the future, if you're in the past or you're in the future, you can bring yourself to the here and now by putting your focus on your body. That's why breath is so crucial when it comes to yoga and meditation, because the breath is, they say it's the anchor point for the soul. When your body and your breath are the anchor point for the soul. If you want to have a spiritual connection to yourself, you need to learn how to be present. And that's why the breath work is important. The breath is a tool for putting yourself in the here and now, but that is your body. So anytime you're working out, celebrate what's in the present, because then you're truly with your body. If you're thinking of anything else, then you're not in the present and you're not really spending quality time with your body. All right, until next time, tomorrow, I'll see you guys around.